Hello and welcome to another exciting episode on 360 Vibes, your one-stop show where we bring you everything and anything you can think in the world of entertainment, music, comedy, and gossip. My name still remains Faith SJ. As you all know, I'm not here alone. I'm here with my girls. Hello, ladies.
Hi, what's up, guys? It's your girl Joy here. Stay tuned and enjoy the show.
Hello, welcome back, guys. It's your girl Queen Alex Rain on Instagram. Stay tuned, guys.
All right, people, we'll quickly go on a short break. Don't go anywhere because we have lots of juicy stories for you guys today. Stay. Welcome back, people. So recently, we've had a lot of paternity fraud cases that I know, of course, we all see it in the internet. And, you know, this has been a serious concern to the society. And this has caused a lot of divorce, you know, and a lot of separation in the home. And, you know, the society really is now beginning to see this as a culture, actually, kind of, because this is something that just keeps occurring every day in our society and in our country as a whole. So today here with me, guys, is an amazing person, Peace Toby. She's here to share more light on this paternity fraud case in our nation. Hello, ma'am.
Hello, guys.
So happy to be here, and I'm so happy to see you guys. Thank you for hosting me.
Thank you.
You're welcome, ma.
So, Ma, what do you think about this paternity fraud that's been going on in the society? You know, it has, like, recently it has been like a thing of an issue that everyone has just been coming up. Oh, I'm not the biological father of this child. We've been together for so many years. I'm not this, I'm not that. So, why is it trending now? Why is it an issue now? Why do you guys think it's an issue now?
Okay, actually, paternity fraud is actually a widespread issue all over the world, and you know, it's something that cannot be. I don't know how it cannot be heard. It's something that has to happen, okay. And it happens like that. Yeah. You know, in different countries, it's not just Nigeria. Yes. Everybody's facing it. Everybody's experiencing it.
Jamaica has the highest paternity fraud case currently in the whole world. Jamaica is like the.
So it's everywhere. It's a very wide issue.
So now why is it now an issue? Like everyone is just coming out. I am not the father of this child I've raised for 20 years. You see, some 12 years. So do you now think this DNA testing should actually now be a compulsory thing?
Okay, you know, the what I see about this is that the issue is there's already trust issues everywhere, all over the world, actually, and the society we are moved by what we see. We see, we are moved by what we see. Yeah. So most time we see the celebrities, you know, they come out that they went for a paternity test and all that, and you know, people that don't have issues in their family, they just start having issues because
they want to actually am I even the biological father of the child? His ear is big, it doesn't look like mine and everything.
We are moved by what we see. We don't even think of, you know, and sometimes these people, they don't think of the side effects. They don't think of what will happen if they go ahead. Yes, because anybody that is going to do a paternity test should be ready to face it.
Any single thing that's coming out.
You see.
Yes. You should be ready to face it. The truth is 50-50.
Wow.
If you go for that paternity test, you either lose your marriage or you gain your marriage.
Wow.
Yes. And there's one.
And most I feel it's also maybe make you look like a fool, because what if you're not actually now the biological father of this child? You now feel very stupid. Like, why did I actually waste so much money for that as well?
So that's the reason why I think it's not something that people should just go and do anytime, any day. Just wake up and tell themselves, I'm going for a paternity test. Most time, some men don't tell their wife. They just go ahead and do it.
Yes.
You know, and it is very annoying.
Yes.
It is very, very annoying, because if I were to be in that shoe, I would not take it.
Wow.
Because we are
Okay.
both together, so you should
Just
actually be.
Sometimes the men they may like wondering how their wife would take
But
this
on no
issue, and they're scared
ground.
of bringing it out.
But on no
and all
worry,
that.
you should actually tell your wife. She's your partner, right? So you should actually tell her, oh, this is what I think we should actually go. But what will even bring that kind of discussion first place, if not social media or things trending now?
Yeah.
And people that don't have issues, like she said,
just come
will
out.
start
Yeah,
having
suddenly
issues.
come
And you not find, if people actually all go for this paternity testing, you find the whole society in chaos.
Yeah.
Because everyone starts saying, I'm not the biological father of this person, I'm not this. So it will bring trouble where there's no trouble.
But it's very funny in a way, because when you talk about some men or partners going to do it like behind their wife's back, you've noticed that in most people, when they're commenting on all this kind of posts,
Yeah.
where they're like, they say there's the paternity test, and then they show that the father was not the biological father of the
Yes,
child.
of the child.
But when you bring it up, some women are like, why would you go ahead and do this kind of thing?
Yeah.
Can't you just take it as it is? I mean, you've raised the child for 10 years. Just take it as it is. No need for any test or this kind of thing.
Change it and
So some
everything.
women actually get triggered by this thing. But why is that? I don't know if you can just tell us. Why is it that some women just don't like this kind of topic where they bring up?
Yeah, some people get offended, like,
Exactly, like why
yeah,
you
like
even
this.
bothering
Why
to?
you-
The truth is, women are naturally emotional.
very emotional.
That's
We are
emotional.
naturally emotional. So if you tell a woman or soft, no matter how nice you are to that woman,
She just feel
she just feel that you have tampered with her
trust.
her
yes,
trust level.
Yes, that you don't, maybe you don't
You're
trust
suspecting
her that much.
something already.
You're
Yes,
suspecting
so
this
so
and
that's
that.
one of the reasons why women they don't like it. They don't like it because sometimes I used to think that, oh, if this woman is actually not guilty, then why
She
then?
should not feel bad.
Exactly.
Well,
Why
speaking
but-
of, let's look at it from this other angle now. So most men, in fact everyone now, most men on the internet, that I will conduct it. So do you think it should be carried out immediately? Like the child is born now, and the next 1
Immediately.
month
They're going for the DNA test.
Well, for me, I think if there's a solid agreement between the man and the woman, then
Yes.
it's fine.
Okay.
To go for it immediately.
To go for it immediately,
Okay.
it's fine.
That's fine.
But
as
if
well,
there's no
actually.
agreement between the both of them, I don't think it's okay.
But doing it immediately, like some persons, when the child just comes out, they'll be like, look at this
It's
child.
as
I'm like,
if there's
doesn't
I
look
think,
like
and
me
the next
or
thing,
no
you're
connection.
already triggering DNA test immediately, and the wife you just literally put to bed. You're like,
Yeah, it's
try
like
to-
it's kind of like a
control
traumatic
her all
The
emotions
experience.
at
truth
the
is, the
time.
truth is, it's not okay to do that for a wife. Like, okay, there's a story I read about.
okay,
This man actually got married to the wife as a virgin.
yeah,
Okay.
And at some point, they discovered that the child doesn't look like them.
Wow.
They started seeing so many things, so many traits,
Of,
you know.
yeah, the
yes.
child in
So
someone
the
else.
man approached the wife, and the wife said,
Okay.
okay, go ahead. And they went ahead, they went to do the paternity test.
please tell me.
Wow.
it was
At
a
the
child.
end of the day, at the end of the day, the child was not for the man.
Wow.
Now,
A
hold on.
ve-
This is a very
virgin.
critical problem issue because now
Wow.
the man knew that he got married to the woman as a virgin.
virgin.
So,
So
okay,
what
so
happened?
at some point, this man now
No.
went back and he was like, okay, let's also run a test on you.
Okay, like a maternity test.
Yes, a
Yeah.
matter. So and they actually ran a test on her, and they discovered that the baby was also not her baby.
So when did she
wow.
get?
God.
Get a child.
That means
Okay,
there-
okay, in
these
this
are cases
case-
of nurses
So-
switching
switching
babies.
babies.
You know, we talked about it.
Yes. Oh
Yes.
my
Another
God.
serious
So
issue,
he actually
actually.
hired an investigator to, go around and check and all that, and they discovered that the baby was exchanged during childbirth.
Wow.
That's so
That's
sad.
So
another
it
angle.
happens like that. So that's why I don't really support those things. It has to be an agreement. It has to be an
True.
agreement because there are several rare issues that the woman is not at fault.
That she may actually be a victim.
The man is
too.
not. Sometimes
She may even
even
just
the
be a
lab
victim,
The
exactly.
truth is,
A
even the
victim
lab,
of
even
it.
the lab doctors, they also make mistake on that.
But come on, they should.
Over
They should,
time,
they should
they
actually.
do.
be-
Over time.
See, most modern hospitals now, like when my sister actually put to bed immediately, they just ask what's the child's name, like even before time. So they already tagged the baby
Already,
up with-
before
they
even,
know
even,
exactly
even,
where to
even
keep
you don't
the
have to wait
baby.
till like 8 days to now name the child. His name is Williams, so they just tag William ASAP, and they just.
But do you know,
clear the
regardless
baby
of
things and
that, do you know
everything.
that, Queen, regardless of that, you can't be too careful when it comes
So
to,
are you now
most
saying
times,
that we
most times
follow
they
up
even
with
pay
the
these
nurses?
doctors.
No, at the point they will even tell them,
Most times they
oh,
pay
you're
these
restricted
doctors.
to some places, like don't come into this room or don't come into the incubator area or whatever. They're like,
But
oh no, you don't need.
but
So
still a
how about
serious
cases
issue
where
now.
they pay the doctor to
Yes,
get
there's
the child?
a case, there's a case
Exactly.
like
There are
that.
most cases that
So how
Where
do
the
you
doctors
go?
actually
maybe
just do
How
it.
in a
careful
case
can you
where
be
like a family
in
is
that
looking for a
case?
male child and maybe another family has a male child, but the wife didn't give us a male child, so
And
they
they
pay the
want to
nurses
switch.
to like switch,
To
and then you
switch.
find out that at the end the child doesn't belong to the father, and they
But
will not
that's so
even know
sad,
on
but
time
why-
that it's not the
why
woman's
careful
fault.
can
What
you
is
be?
happening?
It
That's just the
happens,
truth. It's
true.
happening everywhere. It's happening everywhere. Things are happening. We are just here, but we don't know things are happening. People are going through a lot. People are going through a lot. You know, there was a clip I went through, and I was like, oh my God. You know, this guy played a prank on the wife.
Wow, that's, I think there
Okay.
should be a limit to all this pranks.
Yes.
There should be a limit
Yes.
to all these pranks because it's
Yes.
becoming an issue now.
But the truth of it is that actually he got to know that those children were not his. No, but it was, you know, sometimes these things are either trust issues, external
or
pressure
suspicion.
from family, friends, society, different kind of issues, you understand? So, and this, according to the man, he said when he got married to the woman, the mother has been against her. But he didn't know why the mother was against this woman. So at some point, he's not always around, he's always traveling, you know, go to work and come back. But at some point, he just realized that he's not, you know, there's a way this thing works. You just have the feeling.
Yeah, just that suspicion.
You just have the feeling that
Okay.
something is wrong somewhere. So he called one of those guys and said, okay, please play a prank on my wife. And the guy, what the guy did was that he called the lady and said, your husband just did a DNA test for your children, and I would like to see you. I took his number from you. I want to be sure that you want me to show him
The real
the results.
Wow.
And the lady said, okay, so what do you want us to do? He said, meet me at so place. And she didn't know her husband was inside the car.
Wow.
So she met the guy, and the guy started asking her questions like, and at some point, you know, we ladies now, you know, what do you mean? He's
It
the
was
father of
being
my children.
defensive.
You
It was
understand?
being
She was
defensive
being
at
so at some point the guy just said, okay, you want me to show him the result? And he said, yes, okay, go ahead. So the lady ran after him and started begging, please, please.
Oh.
I have 1 million in my accounts. Can I give you 1
Wow.
million? That's the only money
She
I have in my
totally fell
account.
for it.
Yeah, because she knew something was already wrong. But she didn't see any results. But because she know that the children are not for her husband.
Wow.
So she now told the man that actually I've been seeing my ex. That was what
That's
pissed the
the
guy off, and the guy was like,
worst.
I can't take it anymore. He just opened the door and the husband came out and he was like,
Jeez.
and you know, the man started raining curse on her, and it was terrible because I really felt bad for her. And the irony of it is that she's pregnant. She's presently pregnant for the man.
And she has a child already for
She
the
has 2
ex.
children
For the ex.
for the ex.
Goodness
Oh,
But
that's
she's pregnant. The
terrible.
pregnancy she's carrying is for the man.
So
But
that
no,
actually,
I think now I don't know if I'll go for the men angle, but women, what is going on?
No, that's actually-
it's a problem now because it's like women are always to blame for this because obviously you are the ones responsible for giving birth and everything.
but
so
what
when you
about-
don't not get it right at the point in time, you miss the whole opportunity and start creating issues.
but I know that there are some cases where we know, even as we have many paternity fraud cases, we also have lots of cases of men that actually cheat on their
Okay, fine.
wives.
Men
and then at
cheat.
the end, what we hear is that, okay, it's a mistake. I've been seeing my secretary, it's a mistake.
Yes.
Forgive, is the marriage is
Yes,
important,
yes,
right?
yes.
Forgive and move on. So why is it that the men cannot just forgive and then move on? Sure, they've been training the children for like 10, 20 years, right?
But no. I'm sorry. I'm
Joy,
sorry.
Joy,
I
that's
think
very
I think
painful.
on this one now, if it's painful,
Very
there's some
painful.
pains that are beyond you. Like it will break
But
you.
it could have been a
It
mistake.
will break you.
Like,
in
most
as much
women
as it's
always
going
say
to
that
break
cheating
the
is a mistake,
the
right?
parents, you actually break the child too. You look at the child's mental
Yes,
state.
yes.
When you find out that parents you've been with for 5 years, imagine now coming up and say, "Oh, my parents." I don't want to even listen. I don't want to even listen to what you're saying. I will just get upset.
I'm literally used to already.
It's better you tell me from start that, oh, maybe you got me from, I was adopted or whatever, maybe. It's better don't even tell the child at all. Most adopted children, they don't even want to even tell them that, oh, you're adopted, because you're actually making them say, oh, we are my parents, or they'll grow up and like, oh, fine, they actually want to do for their parents if they actually get well then afterwards. But now, in this case now, there's a girl that she has had multiple partners and like she got pregnant. Now she doesn't know who is responsible exactly for that pregnancy. And she blames it on the one that is rich. Because he has more money. She just pins it on them, like the guy. And probably now she has given birth and everything. So now what will you do? Like
if
in that kind of case.
What can you
But
do?
women are always to blame for this kind of thing. Because little mistake, we literally can just get pregnant and you don't know where you
So
fall
that's
into
why
now.
you don't, it's usually nice that you don't start when you know
You
there
can't
does not have a
finish.
better ending.
Yes.
Do you
And
understand?
I think we should
so
be more
going
truthful
into
to
journey like
ourselves.
that, going into something like that, there is always going to be a repercussion.
Yeah.
It might not play at that point in time, but definitely you're going to get the results at the end.
There was also something trending, I think last week, that was a Chelsea player that actually had a, they've been married for 12 years or more than, and his wife, they just found out now that his wife
Yeah,
is
I
not,
saw that. After
sorry, the kids he
Is it
has.
Roger Federer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Roger Federer.
Yes,
After
The
yes.
kids are not
12
his
years.
after 12 years, and now he has filed for divorce.
But you know the
It's
funny
actually
thing,
not
Should
easy
there be
to-
a legal punishment now for
For
women?
women, yeah. I want
Like in this case now that,
like after-
after, let's say, after even 30 years, the kids you raise are not actually the kids of your husband. So should we actually be punished for the things
For
we've
that
done?
act?
but basically they've defrauded the man for years.
Oh, some
making
person may
him
not know.
raise
Some person may not know. Some
another
people are like,
person's
oh, I was with
child.
this person so time. I got pregnant so time. So I think it's for this person. So they won't want to know. I know then, maybe those days, they will not even have much to
Enough
say about paternity
technology.
and everything. So now what do you think there should be a punishment for we women in those cases?
The truth is, this issue is actually a wide issue, but till now there's still no global legislation that incriminates it. No,
Okay.
there is nothing like that.
Okay, but
So
your
for me,
opinion-
my opinion is a no-no. Is a no-no because
So a
the
marriage-
truth is,
a marriage
in
has
some
been-
cases, it is not a deliberate act.
Yes, that's
It is
what I was
not a
about to
deliberate
say.
act.
Yeah.
Why some, it is a deliberate, they do it deliberately, like you just said now. That lady actually accorded that child to the man because of wealth.
Yes.
So in
Yes.
such case, I'm actually not a law practitioner. I don't really, but the truth is, for me, I think it should not be a ground for punishment, because most of them, they are not deliberate. Things can happen. Things happen every day. People are victims of things they don't even know of. You know, they don't have an idea of it, and it just happens. So I think it's not something. It shouldn't be a ground. It shouldn't
For
be a
legal
ground for legal
punishment.
punishment. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, all right, people. We'll quickly go on a short break, but we still have lots of questions for you and answers. Stay right there and don't go anywhere. Welcome back, people. So, for the people that have gone through these experiences, now these couples that they're having these issues of paternity fraud case, should there be a separation for them? What do you think about this?
Okay. The society actually see this as a matter of family dynamics. So, and the truth is, they are saying that it should go back to the family.
Okay.
Whatever is going on should go back to the... It started from the home.
Yes.
It started from the home. So it should go back to the home.
Sure.
You know, it's so funny how these days everything is now on social media.
Every single
You
thing
know,
just
things that are
comes.
supposed to be... When I was
hidden.
growing up, those days, there are some family issues you don't say
hear
it
about.
out.
Yes.
You don't
Yeah.
disclose it.
Yeah.
Do you know? So for me, I think it should go back to the family, because the truth is, no matter what, there are still some men that still want to be with their children. They have already taken those people as their
Yes.
children.
Yes. They
You know,
cannot-
the love
and they
has
don't
been
mind.
there,
Yes,
and they
yes.
don't mind keeping those children.
Yeah.
So let them take it back to the family. Let it be resolved in the home. So if they take it back to the home, whatever is being decided it's okay, it's fine. But you know, taking it to social media and, you know, making it a public stuff is actually not
Okay, but there are still different cases to it though, because if you notice, back then in the olden days, we had this issue actually, but they handled this in a different way.
Yeah.
If you
More
notice,
in traditional ways, and
because back then, actually, the women could, without shame, come out and say, okay, I mistakenly had a child for this person.
Yes.
And then they'll give birth and carry the child to the father. They come back to their husband.
Yes.
No, that's a different way, because if you notice, in some families, there's that one uncle that is just not really
Yes.
a family
Yes.
member,
Yes.
but it
It's
just
always-
kind of
yeah.
comes in. So
just
there's
yeah.
always that kind of issue. So back then, women had that leverage, had that openness to be like, okay, this thing happened though. So do you think we should like allow women to carry that out? Because these days now, it's a matter of shame, because we have this Christianity, we have all these standards, all these moral standards that we have set.
You
So
don't
women
do
are,
Don't
are
want
too
divorce. Separation is not
like,
advisable.
exactly. So they are too scared to like come out in the open, like, okay, this thing happened. Even if they want to rectify everything, they're so scared because of what people will say. So do you think we should like make it easier for women? Should we like give them that empowerment to be like, okay, if anything happens, come out and say it. We'll not judge you. We'll not criticize you. If you're a deaconess, we'll not take away your position. Like, do you think we should allow that for women?
No, for that deaconess, you don't know. If you're a Christian and you have such issues, you face the punishment, the consequences. There are always consequences. There are always punishments. So you face it.
Okay.
It shows that you that you feel guilty of what you're doing. You have taken responsibility when you face the punishment. So like for what you were saying, for me, I think the reason why things are like this is that there is no longer communication in our homes. In families, you know, now because the money thing, everybody wants to make money.
Yes,
the wife is out
it,
there, the
yes.
husband is out. Even the children,
Yes,
they want to start
already-
making money.
yes,
everybody's
Do you
outside.
understand? So there is no time for them to communicate. If they come back, what they discuss about is food, clothing,
Nigeria
school
problem.
fees, house rent.
And it all has to do with money.
So if a woman has such issue, you know, if there's a good bond and communication in that relationship, she might be able to pour out. But if there's no good bond, there's no communication, she will be thinking of, oh, if I say this, what will happen?
Yeah,
This
but
might be
You don't
the
even have a
end.
relationship with this man, so why will you not go and start telling him something that will just blow off the whole thing?
Well, there's sorry, in this case too, you actually said you don't think, okay, between partners, you don't think the DNA thing should be carried out, or it should be carried out between partners if they both agree, right?
If they both agree,
If
yes.
they, okay, yes.
Yes.
But in some cases where the women actually totally don't agree, because most women are like, oh, I'm not going to do this DNA thing. You want to do, you go on your own. Don't you think it will save the man a whole time life, like maybe expenses, or his whole life would just probably be different if he finds out that, oh, this child is actually not his, and all. What I mean is that if they carry out the test and the child is born and he's not actually the father of the child, don't you think you save him a lot of embarrassment?
Okay, later.
So do you think,
future.
do you actually think it should be a compulsory thing, even if the woman agrees or not?
Okay, if the DNA should be a compulsory
Yes, now,
thing.
because now it's probably between partners. But what if the lady is not giving in?
Why will you want to do DNA test when you just got married to your wife and she's pregnant for you?
Yeah, because
But no, there are some cases
the
where
rate
you know,
of
it
this
can only
thing is
don't know
going.
that can only occur when, like, okay, I have a friend. He was telling me about the wife. The wife she was in a relationship before he met him, and he said when he approached the woman said, I'm into a relationship, and he said, okay, no problem. But at the end of the day,
She left.
she fell for him.
Okay.
Okay, now she didn't leave that guy because she did not love that guy.
Okay.
But she fell for this other guy. And now, the guy was telling me that at some point, because they have good communication in their relationship, the lady came home and said, I saw my ex. I had to go to his house to wash my legs. And you know, the guy she was just saying, and you know, because of the love that
He has
for the wife,
okay.
he did not quarrel. He just
angry
told her that, please don't do that again. Next time, call me. I will send you money wherever you are.
So and you can quickly just do something,
Because there is an history behind it.
It's now be bringing up issues.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So that's why before you even get into that marriage, there is a need for you to communicate. There's a need for you to make that person your friend. If that person is your friend, you'll be able to tell the person things that have happened
in the past.
Yes.
You'll be able to be open, yes.
That's
So
why
I
you
don't-
have the courtship.
Exactly.
Exactly.
It's a
Some
good
people
time
used
where
to
you
boycott it like
converse.
me.
Do
I
you
also
understand?
boycott it too.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. I met my husband 3 months, and before you know it, we were married.
Yeah.
Wow.
You understand? So some people buy, but the truth is very important because it will help you to know
A lot
the person you
about
are getting
that
married.
person.
Now, what that guy did, I was so proud of him because he knew that the girl can easily fall for that guy because the guy is her ex, and they still have something going
Yes,
on.
there's always
Yes,
this
there's that
connection.
bond.
Do you understand? And like I heard, I can't really say, but there is this connection that that stays in the blood,
Yes.
even with your
something
ex
can-
when you have left. I think after a year, after some years, it will still be in you.
It will still trigger.
It will still trigger.
True.
Okay, so
Sometimes.
finally, before we let you go on today's show, what do you think? Okay, how do I get to put this now? How can this be stopped? How can this paternity fraud case issue can be stopped in? I don't know.
In
How
the
can it be
society.
stopped in the
Okay,
society
what
or in
I
the world?
think is, like I used to say, whatever you want from a relationship is what you should give.
True.
Okay.
Whatever you want in a relationship is what, even with your friend, whatever you desire is what you should give back.
Give her, yeah.
If you want a relationship, if you want a man that is trustworthy, then give some level of trust. Because before that issue rise up, there's already a trust issue somewhere.
And not giving the grounds to
Yes.
stand
To make it
down.
Yeah,
Yes,
down.
you should
Start
give a level
thinking.
of trust. And the truth is, trust broken is difficult to
get
retrieve.
back. Wow.
That's very true.
Wow.
Difficult to retrieve. Even if you try to get it back, you won't get it in full.
Yeah, it will be
You won't
half,
get
half,
it in full.
half, half.
It will be half.
True.
So
Yeah.
who wants that? Nobody. So just try and keep your relationship big. Have a good communication, honesty, trust. Whatever you want in that relationship, just go ahead and give it. That's actually what you will get, because what you give is what you get.
Councillor Peace, Tracy, we want to thank you for coming to today's show.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
Thank you
much.
so much.
We
Thank
really
you
had a
for
great
hosting me.
time, and also we've learned a lot too.
Yeah.
And our viewers too.
Yes, and our viewers, of course.
We hope you learned a lot.
All right, people, this is all we can take on today's show. See you on the next episode. Bye.
All right.